Ladies and gentlemen, this is Hans Tampu speaking. Welcome to Jakarta Motivator Toastmasters, an English public speaking community. Before we start, we have some meeting etiquette. The official session is recorded. Please dress and talk properly. Turn on your video to share enthusiasm. I hope we can see each other enthusiast face, and mute your microphone unless it is your turn or you are permitted to speak. We have Zoom naming guide. If you are a guest, use prefix G. If you are taking role, please specify. And also, for more info, you can visit hailing.me/motivator. We have put the meeting agenda there. And also we have put the virtual background if you miss the chat box. And let's start with why. Why do we exist? Can you see the screen clearly, guys? I think yes. Okay. So we start asking ourselves, can we add our value by being a competent speaker? Can we hone our public speaking skills for specific purposes? And furthermore, can we learn and practice in a structured approach? Also, we believe that we can gain insights from a full-day workshop, but it is not enough because public speaking is long-term journey. It is good to have some kind of workshops, but our journey is long-term. That is why we need to embrace the process. And with the power of network, we can speed up our progress. We can empower each other, and we can transfer knowledge and experiences. We have a long history since 22 years ago, exactly 22 years ago, co-founded by Professor Wardiman Joyonegoro, former Minister of Education, and also Mr. Hadi Suryo, a partner at law firm, and we are still connected across the generations. We are a proud part of Toastmasters International, a worldwide network of public speaking enthusiasts. We acquire their educational system, the international curriculum named Pathways, with specialized modules and international certificates. Furthermore, our members are also privileged to join tiered speech contests every year. A brief info about Pathways. Imagine just like a major in university, we can choose what major of public speaking that we want to be. Furthermore, each path also offers specialized modules and elective modules. So we are not framed just into one major. We can still diversify our skills using elective modules. And in our regular meeting, we have three main agendas. The prepared speech, delivered by registered members according to Pathways. Project assignment, the table topic, an impromptu speech that any one of you guys, either member, guest, or even first-timer, can deliver voluntarily based on the specified topics. And also evaluation, because we believe in room of improvement. So what makes us unique? Because we have a wide network of various generations, various sectors and background. We have creative meeting setups with engaging team, and also this kind of midweek schedule to make us roll the wheel every weekday, and we can utilize more rest or leisure on weekend. To find out more, you can visit hailing.me/motivators. We have links to our social media, to our club profile in Google Drive folder, and also we've put the meeting agenda there, but we will also publish it here. We have also the contact person Zoom background if you want to use like this, also inside this link in the Google Drive folder. And for tonight, we will have another agenda before we proceed to the exact meeting theme. We will have an installation of new members, so I would like to welcome our freshly joined member, Toastmaster Ulfi Hikmah. Hi, Toastmaster Ulfi. You can unmute yourself. Yeah.
Hi, everyone. My name is Ulfi. I'm currently living in Jakarta, and so nice to meet you, all of you. I hope we could have a nice meeting today. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your introduction. Now we have an installation for you, for the new member. So please just unmute yourself and repeat after me. Okay. I, Ulfi Hikmah, in the presence of my fellow members. Yeah. In the presence of my fellow members.
In the presence of my fellow members.
Of the Jakarta Motivator Toastmasters Club.
Of the Jakarta Motivator Toastmasters Club.
Make this firm obligation. Make this
firm obligation.
To attend meetings regularly and prepare fully for each assignment.
To attend meetings regularly and prepare fully for each assignment.
To apply myself to the requirements outlined in the Toastmasters educational program.
To apply myself to the requirements outlined in the Toastmaster educational program.
To attend regularly and fully participate in club activities. Sorry. Is my voice breaking?
Just a little.
Okay.
To attend regularly and fully participate in club activities.
Okay. To evaluate others in a positive and constructive manner.
To evaluate others in a positive and constructive manner.
To build open and friendly relationships with my fellow members.
To build and friendly.
Okay. And to bring new members into the club so they can also gain the benefits of Toastmasters.
And to bring new members into the club so that they can also gain the benefits of Toastmasters.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Ulfi. And to my fellow members of Jakarta Motivator Toastmasters Club, you can also unmute yourself. And we can repeat after me. We, the members of the Jakarta Motivator Toastmasters Club, pledge to support you.
The Motivator Toastmasters Club pledge to support you in
your quest for self-development.
In your quest for self-development.
To provide you with positive and helpful evaluations.
To provide you with positive and helpful evaluation.
To maintain a friendly and supportive atmosphere.
To maintain a friendly and supportive atmosphere.
To give you opportunities to help others.
To give you opportunities to help others.
And to make your Toastmasters membership a rewarding and fulfilling experience.
And to make your Toastmaster membership a
rewarding and fulfilling experience.
Thank you very much. Now, let's give a big round of applause for Toastmaster Ulfi. Okay, you can unmute yourself. Welcome to the club.
Welcome, Toastmaster Ulfi.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
And We are looking forward for your journey in self-development with us. Don't hesitate to ask us regarding anything about Toastmasters and this club. We would like to support you. And after all, we know that this is a volunteering organization. It is an additional quest for us to support our personal and professional development. So we are looking forward for your upcoming speech. Thank you, Toastmaster Ulvi. And now, let's move specific into this meeting. This meeting is hosted or conducted by Toastmaster of the meeting. And the Toastmaster of the meeting is Toastmaster Nanda. Hi, Toastmaster Nanda.
Hi, good evening, everyone. How is your day off? Do you celebrate something in this Pancasila's day? Anyone's? Oh no. We celebrate Pancasila's Day. Also, we celebrate 20 seconds of anniversary from Jakarta Motivator Toastmasters. So I welcome you and encourage you to use the same background with me and celebrate it together. So I want to ask people here, what are you doing or what were you doing in your 22? Perhaps let's start with Gabriel. Gabriel?
Yeah, hello.
Yes. Have you passed your 22?
Yes.
Or not yet?
Oh, pass,
So,
pass.
what did you do?
Yeah, actually, it's been on my playlist and my dream since I was, I don't know, maybe teens, 17 or 16, that I do it. And yeah, however, the thing that make me sad is my life is not that like the song lyrics itself. I don't have ex or things, so I just can't talk that like this lyrics. So yeah, I just realized that my life is not like this song. So
But like Taylor Swift says, you need to enjoy in 22 or you already passed, just tell yourself that I'm 22. So how about others? Doni, wanna share with us?
Actually, I'm older than 22. Yeah, I'm currently 35. 35. Yeah. Maybe I'm the oldest one here.
No, we are 22 tonight. So what's
Okay.
going on in your 22?
In 22, I was, I think, continue my education in the master degree.
Wow, that's great. So did you do it? Have you finished your master?
Yeah, actually, in 20, I forgot 2010, yeah, 2011, yeah, 2011. I forgot it. Sorry.
That's okay. At least be master is still my dream, but not yet happen. So thank you, Doni, for sharing.
Thank you.
Let's ask one more person before we start the meeting. How about soon to be Toastmaster Gaby? Hi, Toastmaster Gaby.
It's Feby.
Oh, sorry. That's my mistake. Yes, sorry, baby. Yeah.
So actually, I was 22 last year, and the moment I turned 22, I also sang 22 by Taylor Swift. So last year I was in my apartment alone, doing my final thesis. So it was a hard time for me. Not actually the happiest year of being alive because of my very stressful final thesis, but I survived it.
Yes, the most important is survive, because after 22 there will be another or the other years that will be very exciting, I mean. I think Toastmaster Prao wanna say something about his 22. Toastmaster Prao?
Hello. Hello.
Yes.
Yeah. What's up, Nanda?
Yes. Because I saw on you were really active on the chat box talking
Yeah.
about 22. How about share with us?
22. Yeah, thank you, Fabi, because I think when you said the 22 last year, it's same with me, yeah. But I said it like many years ago, not this year. And actually, 22 is the time when I joined the Toastmasters, especially Jakarta Motivators. I don't want to mention my current 22 or not. But I think the past years that have joined with Toastmasters, of course, giving a lot of experience and also development. And starting with 22, maybe some of you just graduated or just finished your bachelor degree or getting your first job at 22. Those development will I got like so many support and help um, developing from 22 till now. And of course, there's part of Toastmasters on it. Yeah. Thank you, Nanda.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prao. Yes, if I knew Toastmaster sooner in my 22, I would join this club. But that's okay. There is never too late to learn. Like our Jakarta Motivators Toastmaster Club tonight, that is already 22 years and still keep going on. So, because we celebrate our anniversary tonight, the WOD will be milestone. I wish each of us will share and also have milestone. But without any further ado, because we already talked and I already talked more, let's invite our GE to start the meeting tonight. He will introduce his teams and what they will do for their jobs. Without any further ado, please welcome Toastmaster Koyum. Toastmaster Koyum.
All right. Thank you very much, Toastmasters of the meeting, Toastmasters Nanda. Before I go further, I would like to declare that the meeting is already started when the recording is started. I am not the one who started the meeting. Ladies and gentlemen, take note on that. So I am Kayu, and I come all the way from Malaysia to celebrate the second, or I would say 22 years of Jakarta Motivator with all my fellow Indonesians here today. And I feel proud for that because why? 22 is a very strong year for everyone to, survive and struggle. And nowadays, it is, I would say, a normal thing for those who are in 22 to talk about their life, to talk and share about their opinions, and to talk a lot more about what do they have in their mind. And that's where Jakarta Motivators are, I would say, platform for them to share that out aloud. And without further ado, I would like to invite a group of youngsters who are always 22 in my heart, going to, help me out through all the meetings. First of all, I am your general evaluator. I am going to evaluate the meeting from the beginning until the end, the meeting itself. And then I'd like to invite our grammarian for today, Toastmasters Prao, to be our English teacher. With that, Toastmasters Prao.
Thank you, GE Toastmasters Kayu. As a grammarian for today, I will note down several grammatical errors when you try to speak. Not only the grammatical errors, but also the word choices, pronunciations, best quotes, and what are the things that needs to be improved. Also, please note that for the best quotes, I'm going to mention the name of the speaker, but For the improvement of the sentence or improvement of the grammar that you use, I will not mention the name of the speaker. And I will give those complete reports on the general evaluation session by the end of this meeting. Thank you very much.
You are welcome, our grammarian. Now let we go to our and WOD counter, Toastmasters Uyun. Toastmasters Uyun, are you there? You are muted.
Oh, yeah.
Over to
Hello.
you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Uyun, and today I'll serve a role as and WOD counter. So as counter, I will count any filler words or like repetitive words. Filler words means any sound that comes out from your mouth but has no meaning. For example, yeah, whatever, or apa ya, like that. For example, or repetitive words. For example, I mean, which is, something like that. So I will count on that. I will listen attentively, hopefully, because it will also train my active listening. And as WOD counter, I will count whenever you mention the word, sorry, repetitive word, miles from all of the audience here. When you hear milestone from any speaker, please type in the chat box, WOD spotted. So that will be very helpful for me to count the WOD. And by the end of this meeting, in the general evaluation session, I will give you back the report. That's all from me. Back to you, Toastmaster Koyum.
Thank you very much, our and WOD counter. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me invite another role takers. They are going to help me out throughout the meeting, which is our beloved timer. Our timer, Toastmasters Hans, will act as well as the ballot counter. Toastmasters Han, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kayum. You call for the timer. So I will be the timer for tonight. And as you already know by the name of my role, I will count the time. You can see from my screen, I will turn it like this, and you can see the time going on. There are 3 sessions tonight. The first is prepared speech session. For prepared speech session, for Toastmaster Han's speech, the time is green, 11 minutes green, and 10 minutes green, 11 minutes yellow, and then 12 minutes red. After that, if you cross 30 seconds after you see the red color, you are disqualified. And for the table topic session, the green color is 1 minute, yellow color is 1 minute and 30 seconds, and the red color is 2 minutes. So make sure you don't go over 30 seconds after you see the red color. And then for the evaluation session, the timer is 2 until 4 minutes. You can guess the color by 2 is green, 3 is yellow, 4 is red. So make sure you don't go over time, because that will help you make your speech better. Yeah, going over time is not good. Sometimes it's good, but it's not good. Thank you. Back, and I will give my report at each end of session. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Water. Back to you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. I was shocked. Like, why does suddenly Toastmasters Hans' voice change? Apparently not. It is someone else, I believe. It is going to be Toastmasters Adli. Am I right? Or Toastmasters Noor?
That's correct.
All right. My apologies for your wrong announcement for the name.
No,
Okay, ladies
no
and
worries,
gentlemen.
no worries.
That's the timer. You know the grammarian. You know the role of the counter and the word of the day counter for today. Now let us enjoy the meeting with the, I will say, the assist by our Toastmasters of the meeting. Nanda, over to you.
Yes, thank you, Toastmaster Koyum. Yeah, what I mean is I am the host for tonight, so I'll open the meeting. But for some people who are new in Toastmaster meeting, they will confuse, like, what's going on? That's why the GE will explain what Toastmaster is. Thank you for helping me introduce what Toastmasters and make people here is more excited than ever. So without any further ado, guys, I want to ask let's move to the first session, which mean is prepare speech, and we have one speaker for tonight, Toastmaster Hans. Toastmaster Hans, you here? But yes, I know before we call Toastmaster Hans, we need to call his evaluator. But I just want to ask Toastmaster Hans first. Like, Hans, have you achieved your milestone?
Which kind of milestone? Some of them I've achieved, but not all. For example, in 2021 itself, I've achieved like 52% of my objectives and key result. Basically,
Wow,
I've met personal KPI for myself.
Wow, I know Hans is very organized a person, and yes, I think it's easy, also difficult for him to achieve this milestone. I hope you will achieve the other milestone in the other years. So, will you share about your milestone tonight? No?
Of course, this speech
Okay.
is definitely about milestone because it is my very last speech in leadership development.
Wow, congratulations. So people, we hear Toastmaster Hans' speech, but I will introduce Toastmaster Hans evaluator, Toastmaster Erwin. Toastmaster Erwin.
Yeah, hello. Yes.
Yes. Hi, welcome. So you are Toastmaster Hans evaluator, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so please tell us about your role and welcome Toastmaster Hans back to Toastmaster Erwin. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the time. So I think Toastmaster Hansel will deliver a speech titled Lifelong Quest of Leadership. And the purpose of the statement is to reflect over her growth during the completion of the entire path. And it's basically to share about the story during the completion. So I think it will be a very interesting speech. So yeah, please welcome Toastmaster Hans.
Okay, so I need to make sure, guys, can you see the slide clearly before my timing is starting?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, glad to hear that. So let me start this. Leadership. I need you guys, some of you guys, to mention one word when you hear leadership. You can just unmute yourself and say it directly. One word about leadership.
Listening.
Sorry, listening what?
Listening skills. That's
Okay.
2 words.
Oh, listening. Yes, thank you very much. Another one, sacrifice from our timer, proactive also. Anyone else? One word.
Challenge.
Challenge. Okay. Role model.
Responsibility.
Manage responsibility, serving, believing. Thank you very much. We can wrap it up. Actually, leadership is very complex. And that is one of the reasons why I chose this path, leadership development. And let's look back into my journey. There are 5 levels in every path of Toastmasters designated curriculum pathways. And in level 1, I had to master the fundamentals of leadership development. Basically, there are 3 projects. It applies the same for any path. I've delivered Icebreaker in March 2019, a long time ago. So my first speech in Toastmasters was 3 years ago, titled Why You Do What You Do. I introduced myself and my reasons of joining Toastmasters. There were some trivial informations that I gave to you guys right there. At that time, I delivered the speech at Wisma Mulia, Kuningan. Later on, evaluation and feedback, I had to perform 2 speeches And I did it with the same title, Step Back to Move Forward. I share my experience of having setbacks in my life as I turned 25 years old. So unlike the Jakarta Motivator Toastmasters Club, who is just turning 22 years old right now, 3 years ago, I turned 25 years old with the so-called quarter life crisis. So you can count my age actually. But that's the trivial info. And the lessons learned, I needed to craft speech structure and transition well because I was very disorganized back then. I could jump from one topic into another topic and distracted by another different topics again. And I also needed to allocate my time and I needed to rehearse properly with stopwatch. Because as I remember, those my first 3 speeches were overtime. And after that, I became an evaluator for the first time on July 3rd to evaluate Toastmaster Airman. And then research and presenting. Still in 2019, I took a research about aviation and I presented it as a speech. It did not run well because I focused too much on my slide. So I looked at my slide and speech. I looked it and speech. It was not impressive. But I advanced into level 2. I learned the style regarding leadership development. 3 projects. The first one is managing time, accomplished on early 2020. I delivered a speech titled Unless Your Inner Beast, a motivational speech with time allocation about goal settings and 3 key takeaways. Activate your desire, track your progress, and improvise within guidelines. Oh, I still remember the key takeaways. That was one of my most remembered speech because it was fully recorded and I flexed it on my social media too. And you can check our YouTube Jakarta Motivator Toastmasters channel. That speech was uploaded there. Next speech, understanding your leadership style. My first speech in online setting. I explained how my leadership style changed over time. But it was my worst speech so far. And hopefully all time. Because I did not rehearse properly, I did not craft properly. I created just the slide like 1 hour before the meeting and then, okay, let's go with it. Because of my poor preparation, I was overtime extremely and I delivered overloaded information. And the lessons learned, number 1, don't underestimate online settings. I thought because it was online, okay, I still have time to prepare it. I could look at my notes without being caught, but it's not. And number 2, draft your speech properly. Don't rely on slide only and pretend to read the slide and improvise within the slide. And the third lesson is less is more. We don't need to give all the facts. Prioritize within time limit. And next project is introduction to Toastmasters mentoring. I had to realize the importance of mentoring can be in any context outside of Toastmasters. And I delivered a speech about my music course teacher. Back in my senior high school, he identified my lack of fundamental skills. So I could work on fingering, I could work on chord progression, and a lot of basic musical skills, which improved my musical sense significantly. That's why I gave the title, If I Realized It Earlier. I could develop the speech into, if I realized it earlier, I could be much more skillful as a musician, and so on. Advancing into level 3, increasing knowledge in leadership development. The first project, is about planning and implementing. So I worked on a small project for myself about creating musical content. And I delivered the presentation. But at that time, I remember my presentation was too technical. I gave too much musical jargons like MIDI, DAW, and tapping, and it could not be understandable by others. So the lessons learned is don't talk too deep about technical terms. We need to make sure that my vocabulary is understandable for the audiences, because my audiences were mostly young professionals with diverse background. I don't need to use technical or highly musical terms. That's the lesson. The second project in this level is an elective, and I chose connect with storytelling. So I told a story about Jim Quick. He is a memory and brain coach. During his childhood, his head was hurt because of an accident, and he experienced a lot of setbacks in his cognitive function. But later, he regained his confidence and even became a brain coach. Impressive, right? The key message in that story is, if we want to be impactful, first, we need to change ourselves. So I create a punchline. Who wants to be a superhero? Starts by being a superhero for ourselves. And the third project is another elective, and I chose know your sense of humor. Because most of the time, I was serious person, or I pretend to be a serious person. But I thought that I need to deliver my humorous side in this project. The speech title is Embrace Diversity. I hope some of you guys remember about this speech. And if you remember the punchline, okay, Toastmaster Uyun, thank you very much. Yeah, you know the punchline about imagination, I hope. But I will not spill it now. Let's make it exclusive. Advancing into the fourth level, building skills. What? By Toastmaster Gabriel. Okay, I will spill it later for you. The first project in this level is leading your team. So I recalled my experience back in late 2020 when I led a music team to arrange, record, and deliver the result within the specified time span. And I presented my experience and lessons learned in leading my team as a speech. Of course, with improvement, I tried to use much more understandable terms and jargons. And the second project is an elective, and I chose question and answer session because I aspire to be an expert generalist, and I felt that I needed to share my experience and I needed to see how well could I manage the question and answer. The speech and Q&A is 20 minutes in total, about how can we understand various concepts to be an expert generalist, with those three key messages, as you can see. Level 5, the final level. There are 3 projects. The first one is manage successful events, and I delivered a speech regarding my experience becoming a club contest back in November 2021. With those 3 key messages. Remember, when you manage an event, please proactively look for help, be aware with serial tasks, and follow the timeline closely. The next project is an elective, and I chose leading in your volunteer organization because the momentum was right. I became a club president for almost 1 year, and I presented my experience in that project. And the last one is reflect on your path. This is the last one. I reviewed my experience in every project and lessons learned. So how far I have gone after those 3 years. We can see my major improvements. The first one, in terms of public speaking, I could pick key messages properly, especially in 3 things, because I like the rule of 3. The second one is about speech structuring and bridging from one point into another point, from one key message to another key message, and also using appropriate vocabularies to fit the environment. If I talk with circle of musicians, I will use that more technical terms in music, right? But if I talk with a diverse background, I need to adjust. The second improvement is I became well organized in many aspects. I am an INTP, who is well known as a disorganized person, yeah, a bit creative, spontaneous, but I can balance myself with this aspect, become well organized. And also, I leverage my SMART goal setting. Those are the meanings of SMART. And the upcoming plans, of course, I want to continue another path because I run two paths. Motivational strategies is the another one. And also I want to contribute still in this club and use my skill sets for personal and professional life. That's from me. Leadership is about impact, impact yourself, and impact others. Back to Toastmaster of the meeting.
Wow, congratulations, Toastmaster Hans. So this is your last pass in your pathways.
Yes, definitely.
Wow, after 3 years.
After 3 years, a bit too
That's
long
okay.
for.
Oh really? No, I just want to say that it motivates me to achieve my milestone for finishing this pathway after 8 years stuck in level 3. But thanks, you proved that it's possible to finish your pathways during your schedules or your business and so on. Then the most important things is how we believe and how we do it. That's important. Thank you, Toastmaster Hans, for sharing with us.
My pleasure.
I hope here I can my pace also. Okay, guys. Yes, feel free to congratulate Toastmaster Hans for finishing his pathways. And also feel free to share your wishes for Jakarta Motivator Toastmasters since tonight is our anniversary. And what else? This is also important to take a picture together before we move to another session and before I call the timer for his reporting. Let's have a picture. But wait, we have one person in waiting room. Please welcome her. This is, hi, Sylvia.
Hello.
Hi, please welcome. We
Thank
just
you.
finished our first session, which means prepare speech, and now we want to take a picture for posting on our Instagram. You can use our background if you want, and if you also can open your camera, that means that you give us permission for posting your face on our Instagram. So Toastmaster Hans, can you help me for taking the picture?
Okay. Oh, Toastmaster Nur, I will be.
Oh, Toastmaster Nur. Okay. So I encourage people to open your camera and see your brightful, handsome, beautiful face tonight. Let's count 3, 2, 1 to wait. They open their camera.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. No one. Okay, let's take a picture, Nur.
All right, everyone, show your beautiful and handsome face and smile. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, that's the first take. One more time with different style. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. Okay.
Wait.
Okay. Could you give me?
Nur, can we have one more picture saying 22 like this?
Sure. So everyone, please give a 2022 and sign, yeah. Okay. Okay, ready? Okay, 3, 2, and 1. All right.
Thank you, people, for celebrate this anniversary tonight with us. So we hear from Toastmaster Nur as a timer. How long Toastmaster Hans speech, and is he eligible to be voted?
Okay, so Toastmaster Hans time is 12 minutes and 43 seconds. Unfortunately, his speech is overtime by 30 seconds, only 30 seconds. So eligible.
So sorry, Toastmaster Hans, but let's hear the detail of what you need to improve in the second session, which means evaluation session. But now we just move to, I can say this is most favorite session for Toastmaster members, also for guests, which means table topic session who will be led by Toastmaster Gabriel. Toastmaster Gabriel, you ready? Okay, so please welcome Toastmaster Gabriel. Toastmaster Gabriel, the screen is yours.
Oh, okay. Let me also share my screen then. Okay. Can you see my screen? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Today for table topic, we are the double. Don't forget the WOD today is milestone. So what is table topic? Okay, wait. Yeah. So table topic is kind of like impromptu speech. So everyone can deliver the speech here, of course, including you guys. And just list your name on the list. 1, 2, 3, until 7. And feel free, just give your opinion about this. So there's no right and wrong answer. It's just exploring your speech. And if you are uncomfortable in sharing your personal story, it's okay to just explain things about the meaning itself or just make up stories we just want to share. And also the exact topic will be referred on the spot. Of course, you can also ask for a brief explanation for me and then have about 30 seconds to prepare and think, or if you're ready, just say you're ready and our timer will start counting. And this is the time limit that have already explained by Nur. The green and yellow warnings and red flags. These are these. So just do your first milestone in improving our public speaking in table topic. And I hope that many guests here can also participate in. And just after a few months later, maybe after you become a Toastmaster, and then you look back at your first table topic and you, wow, this is what you accomplished. Like Hans, you have this many things that you have learned. Okay, are you ready, guys, for this table topic? Okay, let's see here. I have 8 topics about this. And is there anyone who want to choose and start your first milestone? It's okay for members. Oh, nih, udah ada. Nih, here it is. Dika. Halo, Toastmaster Dika.
Okay.
Okay, thank you for choosing. What's
I want
your...
to be the first one.
Okay. What's your...
Yes.
Which one you choose?
So I need to choose the numbers.
Yes, it's okay.
7.
Which one?
7.
Sorry? 7. Okay. Wow, the lucky 7. Okay. Here it is a quote. Failure is not better, or children accomplish milestone in their own way, in their own time. So do you agree or disagree with this statement in just explain?
Failure is not better. All children accomplish milestone in their own way, in their own time. Okay. Okay. I guess I'm ready to deliver my 2 cents about this statement. First and foremost, thank you for giving me the opportunity. Regarding the quote, whether or not I agree with the statement, I personally agree, 100% agree that we are all walking on our own pace and our own speed. So it goes the same with children, adults, or everyone basically. So rather than forcing them to, like walk fast or follow the parents' pace in which they urge their children to learn fast or do everything fast, just let them explore, enjoy the process, and eventually immerse in the process of discovering their own skills, their own passions, their own calling. I think that's important, to give them space to improve themselves without, like forcing them to do something. Because when you do something with heart, it will be different rather than when you force them to do something. Actually, it's not only for children, for us adults as well. So let's just walk on our own pace and don't compare, just enjoy our own process, because each person will have their own obstacles, their own challenges that they face in life, their own mishaps, their own adversities. So let's just walk our own pace and let the children do the same as well. So they will become like a wholesome person when they discover what's important in life and what's meaningful and what's valuable in life, without making them feel forced or like pressed. So I think what that's what I can deliver my opinion about the statement. Basically, I do agree, 100% agree. So again, thank you for the opportunity. Back to table topic master.
Thank you for sharing, Toastmaster Redika. Yeah, it's very true that we have our own pace, so we just need to have it, and we also have our own distraction or adversity, and it's just walk on our pace. Thank you.
I forgot to mention milestone.
Yeah.
Our own milestone. Can I go back?
It's okay. The next milestone, yeah.
Actually, we will achieve our own milestone, though, in a different pace, in our pace.
Thank you. Yes, Dika. Okay. Here, the 7 already chosen. So let's move on to next. Which, yeah. Okay, guess Fabi. Hi.
Hi.
Okay.
I'll choose number 1.
Who is the number 1? Okay, let's see here. Okay. So, what's your goal in the long term, and do you have any milestone to support it? Do you make it? Tell me when you're ready.
Long-term goal. Okay. So thank you for the opportunity. First of all, my goal in the long term is, of course, to grow my career as a graphic designer. I really want to open my own digital agency so that I will not work under people all my life. And of course, I have a milestone to support it. I'm not working at a digital agency, so I'm learning how the flow will go and how will it work, how can we handle the clients, and so on. I also have this long-term goal, which is to help a lot of people. And I'm not working in this non-profit organization called Yayasan Diberi Untuk Memberi. I'm really enjoying it. I use my expertise, which is graphic design, to support the organization's needs, such as the Instagram post, Instagram stories, merchandise, and all of the design that are needed. I'm currently working in the 6th anniversary design for the NGO. And the other milestone, I think, is to open a animal shelter. I really want to open an animal shelter in the future. I love cats, I love dogs, and I really want to help them, to help those in need. And that's my goal, basically, to be a very motivational and inspirational woman that give back something to the society. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster Gabriel.
Yes, what get to be. Thank you. Yes, Fabi, soon to be Toastmaster Fabi, for sharing about you want to become a digital agency, and you already tell that it's, I think almost all of us, if we want to build a digital agency, then we want to work in digital agency to gain experience. And it's very nice sharing of you that it reminds us that we can have use our skill to contribute to society by joining this NGO like you. It's very nice. Thank you, Suntubitas Master Fabi, for sharing. Okay, let's move on next to Prau.
Hello, Gabriel.
Hello,
Hello.
Master Prau.
Yep.
Okay, let's, which one you choose?
Okay, so since today is 1st of June, which is 1/6, I choose number 3.
8.
3,
Wow.
not 8.
8. Yeah. Wow. Your
8?
connection. 8.
No, 3.
Sorry?
3. Oh,
Okay.
sorry. Am I audible clearly?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
Let's try with number 3.
Okay, here it is. This quote, there's no giant step that does it. It's a lot of little steps. What do you think of this quote? Yeah, share your opinion.
Thank you, Table Topic Masters. The quote itself mentioned there is no one giant step that does it. It's a lot of little steps. I have to agree with this quote because the reason why we as a human, it's important for us to take little steps is because we are not a giant. So we cannot take the giant step. But if you want to reach your objectives and if you want to fulfill your milestone, and if you want to be person like Hans, who have his own milestone, you know, those milestones will break down into many little parts, many little phrases, many little steps, whatever you call it. So one giant step can be one big objective that you want to achieve in the long term, as per my opinion. And to achieve those long-term goals, which you call it as your giant objectives, then you need many little steps. And since those giant steps will also be your leaping stone, there will be different phase for that, different speed. In each of the little steps, you can do as slow as you want, or maybe you can do as fast as the movies, Fast Furious, that kind of fast. However, I have to say that little steps should be taken carefully because this little step is the one that will build this giant step, your big milestone. So if you want to have those long-term objectives and complete all of your milestone, make sure those little steps could be taken care carefully, and you always need to have a backup plan. If those little steps is not working, then you still be able to achieve your giant step. Thank you very much. Give the control back to Table Topic Master.
Okay, thank you for this, Master Proud, for sharing it. And it's very funny at the beginning that you also said that we are just human, we are not giants, so we don't take these giant steps. Thank you for sharing. And then let's move on next. Wow, already many reds. And then next, which one it is? Henry. Henry. We should write Henry. Is Henry here? Henry.
Yeah, hello.
Oh, yeah, hello. Oh, hello.
Yeah.
Sent to be Toastmaster Handy. Handy, yeah. Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I just number 6.
6. Okay. Is this your first time here?
Yes, this is.
Okay. Welcome to be Toastmaster Handy. And this is your first milestone in public speaking.
Okay, thank you.
Wow, already celebrate. So share your milestone celebration if you had any. Please tell me if you're ready. You have 30 seconds to think.
Yeah, could you explain about this quotes about my celebration for the future milestone, or
It's okay for your past, or if you want to say your future celebration, like your plan for celebrating your milestone, it's okay too.
oh yeah. I will explain about celebrating my milestone when I reach the achievement in my company as a best Kaizen. Currently, I work in Japanese company as a purchasing, especially for overseas goods. Yeah, I try to make a reduce cost because for overseas goods, it's depend to import tax, right? So I asked to my company to review the part and try to apply COO to reduce the tax. So for that moment, I reached around 1 billion rupiah for reduced cost in 2020. And then I become a best Kaizen. Kaizen means improvement in Japanese. So that's my milestone 2 years ago. Yeah, I think it's
Thank you, soon to be Toastmaster Henry, for sharing your milestone and achievement. You all, wow, already achievement strategy and can reduce.
Yeah, but really sorry because I'm really nervous. This is my first time.
Yeah, it's okay. It's very great since to be Toastmaster Henry. You very clear and articulating your message and your milestone already. Although short moment to think, it's very good.
Yeah, thank you very
Congratulations.
much. Okay.
Okay, let's go to next. Sylvia, soon to be Toastmaster Sylvia.
Hi, thank you, Gaby. I will choose the same numbers like my number 5.
Okay, number 5. Okay. Do we need to accomplish milestone in order? Can we not?
Thank you. But before that, I just want to say it's nice to meet you all, the public speakers. This is my first time joining the Jakarta Motivator, so thank you for the opportunity. And for the opinion about whether we need to accomplish the milestone in order or not, I'm not the kind of people who's always work in order. So I cannot say that I agree with the statement that we have to do everything in an order just to accomplish success, because from my opinion, especially in this kind of world like now, everything is much more in chaos. So if we have to work in order is like an all time, I don't think it will succeed if we want to have one goal to be achieved. So in my experience, usually I already set my order, I already set my goal, and from then I will draw any milestone that I should achieve in order to get my goals succeed. From that, I also have to minimize any challenges and also any disturbances for me to achieving my goal. By that, it means that I already calculating any risk for me to achieving my goal. So if I consider that one milestone is not too important for me to achieving my goal, then I can dismiss it. But it's not everyone will agree with what of my opinion, since people, especially everything in plan, they usually follow everything in order just to ensure his or her goal will be achieved without any defect. But from my experience, when we can skip a milestone that is not important, actually we think out of the box. And it means that we should do an innovation if we want to skip one milestone to achieve our goals. But it's depend to everyone whether you like to accomplish your goal and draw the milestone in order, or you just want to skip any milestone that you consider is not too important. But of course, for that, you have to address the risk. If you want to skip one milestone, what you will get is there's a full goal or an effective goal that you achieve, or by skipping one milestone, then it means that your goal is not fully effective. Then you have to measure by yourself. I think that's from me to share to all of you. Thank you. Over to you, Gabby.
Thank you, Sundari Toastmaster Selfie. Very great and detailed feedback about how you accomplish your goal and this having milestone. And yeah, it's true that we can just accomplish it in order or not, just depend on our pace. Thank you very much. And it's very great for your first speech, and I'm really looking forward to our next meeting, and you can share it again since you are so very detailed. Okay, so 3 left. Do I make a mistake? Okay, so Erwin, Toastmaster Erwin, do you want to choose which one?
Number 2.
Number 2. Okay, here it is. Resolution yearly. So do you make any resolution every year, and do you achieve it?
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Talking about the resolution, I think every year, especially at the end of the year, we usually think about what is the resolution, what you're going to achieve next year. So means like for me, I try to write it down in my notebook, right? I want to achieve this and that and this and that. And the problem is, I think there's no giant step. There's always a little step. And in terms of consistency, let's say I want to be skinny, but still it's a dream because, you know, probably in January, I already bought this fitness membership, and then I attend the first week, and then the second week, I pay a scholarship to the fitness club, something like that. Yeah, anyway, the thing is, sometimes I think in order to get your resolution in check, you need your friends. We have the same resolution. So basically you can cheer in another, just probably like some kind of you can say, for example, like Messi, you have Ronaldo, right? On side by side. So basically something to give you motivation in order to improve yourself. Resolution is only like a resolution. It's good dream. Yeah. Anyway, it's a dream. That's why we still dream it. You know, people should have a dream to achieve it. But if the resolutions is not achieved this year, it's okay. You can always have next year and next year again. Try again, because if you stop, then it always be a dream. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Alvin, for sharing your resolution and thank you for sharing your resolution also, and also tips like you have this community or people that have the same resolution with you, so you are not alone in achieving it. It's very nice idea, and also very great that we can also achieve it in next year if we can. It's very nice. And thank you for the takeaway. Let's move on next to to Ine. Soon to be Toastmaster Ine. Are you here? Which one here? Soon to be Toastmaster Ine Marlina, are you here yet? Oh, okay. Okay, so let's move on first to Toastmaster Nanda and soon to be Toastmaster Ine. If you are here after this, just let me know in the chat.
Yes, hi, Toastmaster Gabriel.
Hello, Toastmaster Nanda. So which one do you want to choose?
So only 4 and 8, yeah. I think 8, same with my number.
What number? Sorry, is there anybody that can pin Nanda, or she's already pinned? Is Nanda already? Okay, thank you.
Okay.
I think
But I lose Toastmaster Gabriel. Wait, this is you. Wait.
Okay.
Okay, so yes, Toastmaster Gabriel.
I thought you chose 8 because it's my birthday month.
Oh, really? Should
Yeah.
I pretend to believe?
How you understand my code. So let's move on next. This achieving visionary goals requires milestone. So do you agree that we require milestones or disagree? Tell me your idea.
Sorry, wait a moment. Let me read it. Achieving visionary goals require practical milestone that let the business make realistic progress. Okay. So thank you. Achieving visionary milestone. I think for me, I prefer to do a small steps. I don't have like a big milestones, but I know what I want to do in my life. So rather than creating a big dreams or resolution, like Toastmaster Erwin said, I prefer to start with small steps because I know being consistent is very difficult to do. So I want to do workout today. I started, tomorrow I started, and then the next weeks I stopped started. So that's why prefer to have a small milestone in the short period. This is work for me because I can achieve it rather than like what are you gonna do in 5 years. And for the practical, yes, because you can measure your milestone if you do a practical something. I believe if you write your dreams or if you have you print that dreams in the bigger paper and then put it on your wall and you read it every night, one day the dreams will come true. Because what? Because you will motivate yourself that you have something to do in life. What makes us fail rather than X factors or other factors that we cannot control is how to be a consistent, something that still I'm trying to do. So guys, please start to write your milestone and keep the progress. What practical things that you can do to achieve that? Back to Toastmaster Gabriel. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nanda, for sharing your story. And it's true that many people said that we put our dream in our big words to keep our motivated on, oh, this is our dream, and remember our motivation. And it's also true that the hard thing is consistency. And I remember the course that I love like, which one it is? Falling in love, is the thing about the hard thing is not about falling in love, but staying in love, like consistent in doing what you love and consistent in doing your motivation. Thank you for Nanda for sharing. And so for our last, is there anyone who wants to try the 4? So after I prepare these materials, is there anyone who wants to try? The other guests for sharing this milestone.
I want to try, but I'm still in out of my house.
It's okay, Miss Ine, if you want to try.
Next, maybe.
Oh, okay.
I still open the gate.
Okay, sure, Miss Ine. Let's see you next week. For the last, Doni, you already opened the camps. Wanna try?
Not for now.
Sorry?
Not for now.
Oh, okay. It's okay for next. Okay, so if in the chat, oh, Satrio, soon to be Toastmaster Satrio. Wanna try this first milestone?
Yes, let me try.
4, yeah. Is this your first time here?
Is a senior member.
More than 5.
Hello.
No,
Hello, Toastmaster
I'm
Satrio.
new.
Sorry, nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Right, a senior.
DPM Harina is laughing at me.
Yeah. A senior.
Harina, I'm waiting for you.
Already have the fit.
Okay, this is my topic. Yeah. What's your biggest fit? Sorry, what is fit?
Accomplishment.
Achievement.
Yes, true.
Ah. Wow. It's quite fascinating about this, because when we talk about our achievements for this life, there are many achievements that we've been achieved, starting from when we are kids. I was a loser, actually. I didn't achieve in anything, even at sports. I have something good at, which is in math, so I'm focusing on it. And I realized that actually after I work, I love in finance, and I achieved several. One of them is a certification in the national certification called CX1. But this is something that has put a big impact on my career until now. I didn't realize that. I studied that for around 500 hours for 6 months, 2 hours a day, every day after office, and something that I'm very proud of, because I able to consistently learn the hard material and pass the test. That's it.
Thank you, Toastmaster Satrio, for sharing, and nice to meet you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Toastmaster.
Yeah, thank you for sharing and this certification. And I think it's a feat itself to consistently studying for 500 hours in 6 months, like 2 hours every day. Wow, it's achievement if for me, yeah, because it needs very consistent things. Thank you for sharing. So guys, this is it for my table topic speakers. Thank you for all these participants who already joined and who haven't joined. Let's see you next meeting next week. Thank you guys, and back to you. GE?
No, it's back to me,
sorry.
Toastmaster Gabriel. That's okay. Wow, it's very exciting. Do you agree, guys, with me that our table topic master is really a master of enjoyment, and also the session is very enthusiastic. We hear from our timer, Toastmaster Nur. Please give us your report.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Nanda. Okay, I will give my report in the chat box. You can see the detail on the chat. The summary, everyone is qualified to be voted except soon to be Toastmaster Sylvia. Over time by 1 minute. It's supposed to be a maximum of 2 minutes and 30 seconds. It's great. You are so enthusiastic about it. Thank you. Back to Mr. Nanda.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nur. So, Toastmaster Nur, who will share the link for voting, or who?
Oh, the voting will be shared by our president.
Toastmaster Hans, yes. Yeah. The Gercep Man one in Jakarta Motivator Toastmaster Hans. So, Toastmaster Nur, please help me to put 1 minute of silence. Anyone vote your most favorite speakers, and for soon to be Toastmaster Sylvia, don't worry, there are a lot of meetings in the future that you can practice your public speaking. I know how hard to control the time of speech. Sometimes we just say blah 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 and then 15 minutes going on. I still do that, so don't worry, Toastmaster Sylvia, we welcome you here. Okay, so 1 minute of silence is going. Please vote your most favorite speaker. And while we are waiting, let's hear from our guest, our participant here, or wait, who haven't speak? Gali, soon to be Toastmaster Gali, you here? Halo. I think he is not eligible to speak. How about Toastmaster Harlina? Wow, it's been a long time. So,
Hi.
yes.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Toastmaster of the meeting.
Yeah, so Toastmaster Harlina, may I know when the first time you visit Jakarta Motivator Toastmasters?
Uh-oh. If I tell you, then I will reveal my age. Actually, I was there when Jakarta Motivators was born.
Oh,
I think it was in Grand Hyatt.
God.
Yes,
So,
22 years ago.
No, I wish I were there if I could. I want to be part of Jakarta Motivator, even to celebrate our first anniversary club. Terus Master Harlina, what's your hope for Jakarta Motivator, or what do you feel about this club? Do you want to share?
Oh, yes, please. I really like to visit this club. Actually, I'm a member of another club Jakarta Bahasa Toastmasters Club, and we share the same founder. So for the past 3 years, yeah, we have been celebrating Halal Bihalal together. Jakarta Motivators and Jakarta Bahasa Toastmasters. And I like to visit this club because we can learn a lot. It's a very pleasant vibe. There is also the after meeting chats that you should join. And I learn a lot here in a very pleasant environment. And like the founder of the Toastmasters said, we can actually learn a lot in moments of enjoyment. And that is what I really experience here in Jakarta Motivators. And I hope that Jakarta Motivators will stay strong and stay healthy for many years to come. Back to you.
Thank you, DTM Harlina. Wow, I'm very touched with your words. Like, yes, being part of Jakarta Motivator is very super fun. Let's hear the pro from our far, far away visiting Toastmaster member. Toastmaster Koyum, because you are from Malaysia, you willing to come to this club, and please share why.
Thank you very much, Nanda. So, ladies and gentlemen, one thing that attracted me to always go to Jakarta Motivator is that what happens today, everybody feels like they are 22 years old. They are going to be like, however, like how long was their experience are in their life, how long was they have been in Earth, they're always 22 to me. Because why? Every single time I come back to the meetings, every single thing is new and every single thing is different from any other club members that I go. And trust me, Toastmasters member in Jakarta Motivator is another different level of having a gathering, having a camaraderie with your friends. Because why? 22 years, ladies and gentlemen, it's not a short period of time. And with that, I hope for those who have the G in the name, going to change yourself to be a TM in the name. And with that, back to you, Nanda.
Okay.
Thank you, thank you, Toastmaster Koyum. Sorry, because I'm very excited. That's why I cannot control myself. Thank you, Toastmaster Koyum, for far, far away visiting our clubs. And I see our little soon-to-be Toastmaster member, Kak Erwin. Can you introduce your daughter and about Toastmaster? Will you approach her to be our little Toastmaster member?
Yeah. I try to. I think Toastmaster also have like a gavel club, right? I don't know. I try to persuade lah her to deliver a speech, something like that. Yeah.
Kak, may I know when you join Toastmaster in Jakarta Motivator?
I joined Toastmaster in 2011. So 1 year before Crown, like 6 months before Crown, or probably 1 year, so the same year with Ikhwan. So I think Ikhwan also in the same chat box. So it's already 2011, 10 years ago. Wow. So dinosaur, not dinosaur, half dinosaur. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. And
yeah,
also
so
Iyo also the same year. Iyo is also in the chat in this meeting.
Actually, from my deepest heart, I'm waiting for Toastmaster social distancing and also Toastmaster Iyo for coming back, being Toastmaster member and delivering their great speech, sharing with us. Please let us know if you have the schedule for encourage us in your inspiring speech.
I think you just need to register him. You know, you don't need. You just register him and they will show up. You know, that's the way.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. And I also welcome for Toastmaster Ina Marlina. Hi. Yes, so may I know, are you Toastmaster member from what club?
I joined this group from my social media in a WhatsApp group. The first time I know the Jakarta Motivator because I ever join in another event. This event bright. Long time I not speak in English, so I joined this group to improve my English.
I see. So
Okay.
are you a Toastmaster member, Toastmaster Ina?
Yes, sir.
Ah, and may I know the clubs that you are in?
Okay, that in West Java, I ever a public speaker in a government's training in BPSDM West Java. So it in bahasa, not in English.
Ah, that's okay. We will welcome you here, and please come again to our next meeting. Thank you, Toastmaster
Okay.
Ina. So I think 1 minute is up. Thank you for your vote. We wait for the ballot counter announce the winner. But before that, we move to the third or the last session of this meeting, which means evaluation session, who will be led by our general evaluator, Toastmaster Koyum. Toastmaster Koyum, the screen is yours.
Thank you very much, Madam Toastmaster. And I don't think that is a madam, sorry, Miss Toastmaster. Okay, the availability depending on the speaker itself. If you want to know, slide into her DM soon. With that, ladies and gentlemen, come into my general evaluation sessions for all my beloved guests and my respective Toastmasters members from all around the world. This is the sessions that we all going to evaluate each other and take those improvement on those evaluations and feedbacks as our stepping stone to become a better person, becoming a better communicator, and as well as becoming a better leaders in the future. And without further ado, I always wanted to invite the simplest version ever of reporting skill by both of my fellow members. But with that, I would like to invite first our evaluator for prepared speech speaker, Toastmasters Erwin. Toastmasters Erwin, the stage is yours.
Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Kayum. Okay, congratulations, Toastmaster Hans. Honestly, this is like when I first see when I saw it, and then after that I said, oh my God, the preparation for that speech is so massive, because it's like a 3 years journey in Toastmasters. You wrap it up in the speech like a 10 and 12 minutes. I really like about your speeches because you basically maximize the law of three, and then every speech you put the lesson learned. Honestly, if you still remember your three year speech, I don't even remember my speech, like I said, 2 months, 3 months ago, but this is like a 3 years. I also love the opening because when you engage, like you mentioned about, we kind of recall, because when I delivered my speech, I was 25 years old, is in the Wisma Mulia. So somehow people can relate on that, because, it's the beginning of a journey in the Toastmasters. Because I think for the first timer also, we're going to see that speech, then you saw, kind of a story in the making. And the point here that I want to mention is about what can be worked on your speech, right? First, I want to point out on the slides. The slides is very detailed, it's very, but I just want to comment, it's a lot of words in there. And basically what you are delivering, we can read it in the slides. That's a tricky part, because we can read faster than we heard, right? So my suggestion is better, I think even though you already put like a law of a tree, for example, you first is mastering the fundamentals, and then you give up the title of the speech, and the lesson learned and so on. The second is learning your style. The third, increasing your knowledge. But what I'm saying is the slide is too wordy. My suggestion is, because this is the journey of you, right? Why don't you put some pictures of you? For example, this is a picture when you're delivering your first speech, the second speech, the third speech, and so on. That's why people can see more rather than, because when I see your first slide, I already can guess, well, okay, on the second slide, I can read, what happens next. And then when you deliver it, as if like you only reading the slides. And also the second one is on the emotion part. This speech should be very emotional, right? Because this is like 3 hours, 3 years of delivering speech, sweat, tears, and blood, and so on, every speech you deliver, people want to understand about, what is the audience reaction, what is the response, and so on. So probably you can mix out, you can project that in your voice. For example, when you deliver a speech that, really important, you can lower your voice, and then you give some pause, probably something that you really want to, this is a very important speech. The lesson is quite, important. You can put that in your voice, and people can feel the energy rather than, I saw you trying, right? In some of the speeches say that this is when you deliver a joke and so on, but you can make it more lively, I can say, so people can see colors, when you're delivering this and that. So to challenge yourself, I think the conclusion first about you can, work on the slide. The slide, I'm not saying that the slide is it can be improved. I say that it can be improved. I think you just need to pick, which information that you want to show. I suggest to put more pictures, it's more engaging. And the second one, I say, is put more emotion in there, because you already have the structure, you already have, example, like a movie, you already have the plot, you already want to know, you just need to put it more lively, just to act, and then try it. And yeah, yeah, probably try something new, because I saw a lot of your speeches, you like to explore, right? So why not explore further? So my suggestion is explore more on the vocal variety, so people can feel the emotions. Yeah, I think that's all from me. Okay, thank you all. Thank you to the GE. Back to you, Kayum.
Thank you very much, Toastmasters Eric. Now, that's a very thorough evaluation. Hans, if you want me to add on later. With that, we will move on to our timer to give the report on Toastmasters Erwin evaluation time.
Thank you, General Evaluator. So as you can see on my screen, our evaluator is very enthusiastic. He go over time, yeah, with 4 minutes and 27 seconds. So Toastmaster Erwin, unfortunately, is not eligible to be voted or to be the winner of the evaluation session. Thank you. Back to General Evaluator.
All right, that's a great session, Toastmaster. No. Now, ladies and gentlemen, with that, I can't use my power of general evaluator to make Erwin being voted. It's totally over time. But nonetheless, it's a benchmark for all of us with this one word: try again. Right? Try again. Do not lose hope. Do not say it's like, oh, I look over time, it's time for me to stop. No, it's not. It does not end there. Okay, with that, ladies and gentlemen, let me invite my fellow NWOD counter to give her report. Counter, are you there? You are muted.
Okay, is it audible? If it's
Yes,
like
you are audible
this,
and visible.
is it audible now?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay.
Over to
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Kayum. So good evening, everyone. I am back with the report after listening to your speeches. Thank you very much for all amazing speeches. I would love to like divide the 3 point to 3 parts, the filler words, the WOD, and the repetitive words. The first, for the count, I would love to congratulate Toastmaster Hans and Toastmaster Koyum for delivering no or like filler word or repetitive word. Congratulations. And most of the speakers, they have less than 5 filler sounds, like Toastmaster, all of the speakers, except I would love to call some names that you already stated more than 5 filler words. So I hope you can minimize it in the next sessions. I heard more than 5 filler words. Soon to be Toastmaster Henry, Toastmaster Henry, soon to be Toastmaster Salvia, Toastmaster table topics, and then Toastmaster Satrio. I hope, and also guest Doni, I hope it's correct, soon to be, or Toastmaster Doni, when he responded to Toastmaster Nanda's opening, and soon to be Toastmaster Ina when answering the question. That's for the OD. Congratulations. There are so many people mentioned milestone, more than one. So when someone mentioned milestone once, then like the following milestones will come up. I hope it will also be realized in real life. When you mention one milestone, it will be followed by more milestones. So the people who already mentioned milestones are Toastmaster, of course, Toastmaster Nanda and Toastmaster Gabriel Astom and Table Topics Master, and then Toastmaster Hans, Toastmaster Dika during the comment, Toastmaster Salvia, Toastmaster Nanda, and Toastmaster Satrio. To mention the milestone, and sorry if I misheard that you already mentioned WOD, but I did not count it. For the repetitive words, most of the speakers did not have like repetitive words, but I heard like quite unique tendency, like special one. For example, Toastmaster Nur Adli, he tend to say yeah, after the like in the end of a sentence. So maybe can try to silence this yeah. And for Toastmaster Erwin, oh no, like there is a trademark of there are so many that he mentioned. So I hope it can be replaced by like only silent. And that's make the next and WOD counters less occupied by taking note of your WOD, but not busy by taking your filler words. So that's all from me. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster Koyum.
Nicely done, Toastmaster Uyun, for the report and the WOD content. For those who doesn't seems like quite familiar, let me help you guys to make it familiar. So counter is someone or a person that responsible to key in all the filler words in our speeches daily life, or I will say in this virtual stage. Then they will give their report at the end of the meeting. There is two actually sort of type of filler word or crutches per se. There is a laxative or non-laxative. I will get deeper into that in another meeting with Jakarta Motivators to be specific. And with that, that is our filler words teacher. Now let us move to our English teacher, the person who are responsible to the vocabulary that we use today. Toastmasters Proud, are you there?
Okay, thank you, General Evaluator Kayum. So, ladies and gentlemen, for today, my focus turns out to be very interesting. It is on the best quotes itself, but I'll get to that later. So I will start with several sentences that teams are using on the role takers experience. presentations. The first one is about their sentence. We just finished first session, which means sometimes is confusing because which means will be continued with another phrase. In this case, this which means should be proper if it is changed into which is. So we just finished first session, which is what session, and then we can continue to the next session. So if you said that we just finished first session, which means you name the session, the sentence become incorrect. Yeah. So please differentiate between which means and which is. And then when using the subject, let we hear. It should be let us hear. So of course, some of you might remember that, for example, I and my, he and him, he or his, and also we, us, our, they, them, theirs. So please make it, please use it correctly. And then during speech, because we only have one prepared speaker, I have to mention it is very smooth. It is, to be honest, like almost flawless. So I have no evaluation part on this preparation speech during table topic. Now during table topic, my focus is on the pronunciation. So when you pronounce the word achieve, some speaker mention it as achieve or achieve. So the achieve, like you mention it like chief executive officer, chief, and then you add a, so achieve. So not achieve without both in H, achieve or achieve. So that's totally incorrect pronunciation. So make sure you mention it as an achieve. And then since many of the table topic speakers are speaking in the past stories or the past moments, there are several past tense or verb that are using ed. I want you to bold the ed. So I achieved, and then maybe I experienced. So there are ed as in a little bit bold because the sentence itself is already correct. But since the pronunciation doesn't have that bold ed, so we might heard that that is not the correct verb as in terms of the sentence itself. So make sure that you have those bold ed when using the past tense or when you tell the past stories or your past experience. Now for the best quotes, I have several best quotes. The first one from Hans. Hans impromptuly or impromptly. I think it's impromptu, yeah. Say, let's make it exclusive. I love this one because let's make it exclusive. It is as in terms that this is secret, or we can continue the conversation in the later event. Yeah. And then from Redika, when you do something with heart, it will be different. Maybe a little bit correction that it will create different result, but I think as the phrase meant that when you do something with heart, it will be different. That's from Redika. And from Nanda, keep your progress on your own milestone. And last but not least, what I really like the most is from Selvia. We should do innovation to achieve our goals. This is really, really good point to hear tonight at this meeting, because maybe we realize that to achieve our goals, sometimes we just do what other people also do, but turns out we should do innovation to achieve our goals. So thank you very much, everyone, for today's meeting. And I finish my report and I give the control back to General Evaluator. Thank you.
You are welcome. Now, ladies and gentlemen, both of my team player done their evaluations. So it comes to my 5-minute evaluations. Ladies and gentlemen, Jakarta Motivator starts the meeting on time, which is a punctuality that I really like. The meetings room open beforehand. The meeting started so that we can, enter the room first, having a small chit chat, and everybody are greetings, everybody, like what Toastmasters Nanda do to all of you guys just now, saying hi. get updated, like what have you guys done today. And that being said, Toastmasters Nanda seamlessly bring the sessions to the Q&A sessions to the audience. Like, what does 22 years old means to you? What does it like? She tried to dig some things from the audience, and luckily the audience would love to participate and as well as share what happened on their 22nd years old. And that, ladies and gentlemen, come into the session of prepared speech speaker. Oh, before that, we have installations of a new member. Now raise your glass. I would say raise your glass, and let us toast to Toastmasters Ulfi for her new journey in Toastmasters member. Ladies and gentlemen, toast. All right. So with that, come to the sessions of a new member. It would be lovely to hear an icebreaker at the same day. And why? Because today someone are graduating, someone are entering. And those two speeches is really, really, I would say, related towards each other, because we are going to know about you, and we are going to listen on your graduation speech. Nonetheless, that's a very, very good sessions today. For Toastmasters Han, one small of challenge to you is to stand up and give these sessions like Dr. Taylor Swift session on her graduating speech. I mean, like, yeah, might be someone doesn't like it, might be, someone really love it. And with that, come into the table topic session. The fellow Madam Table Topic Master request me, Kayum, if you don't evaluate me, you cannot end the meetings. So I would like to evaluate the session. With that, the session is a very lovely session where all of you guys really, really want to participate in the table topic. Even I can't say, I would love to volunteer. I can't say that anymore, because all of you guys, our guests visiting Toastmasters, our Toastmasters member, really love to participate. Nonetheless, for those who are not able to do so, Jakarta Motivator always say this one thing: there is always next time. And that is a signature to you all. Come back again on the next meeting so that you guys can be the one who go for the table topics. All the respondents, you guys are giving a very good response. You guys, I would say, good job on the within time limits, so that everybody have the opportunity as well to speak on the stage. Like for Toastmasters Selvia, it's okay. I would love to bring you on another club Toastmasters meeting. Even after this, I have another one, for us just to try table topic and try to speak within that 2 minutes if you want, okay? If you want. But if you don't want, it's okay. Nonetheless, moving on to the evaluation sessions. All the evaluators today, including my team player, giving their honest evaluations towards all prepared speech speaker and as well as all the members in the room. Now, with those honest evaluations, it comes to authenticity and not to be, I would say, like, there is no lagging in between of their evaluation. That's why they're ready to give an honest evaluation with those practice that they do years and years. 22 years is not, a short years. With those practice that being done, it is a very fluent, very smooth session by them. I would say this one thing: it would be better if you guys use a presentations slide to support the idea on what you guys are talking about in the front, so that we will know what is the counter, what is sounds of the kind of filler words, what is the Indonesian filler words, so that we can actually acknowledge those things as something that I would say is, common thing that being done in the filler words. I've done it. So fellow guests and visiting Toastmasters, I am not perfect either. I am still learning from time to time. And with that, come to the closing sessions that we all are here today having fun with, all the sessions that we have today. And that's what makes me want to say, Jakarta Motivator, keep up the spirit, keep up the motivation, because without motivator, we are not motivated. With that, ladies and gentlemen, back to our Toastmasters of the meeting, Toastmasters Nanda. Toastmasters Nanda, over to you.
Thank you, our GE for tonight, Toastmaster Koyum. We're always happy to have you here. And okay, so guys, I can say the conclusion that the general evaluation is not for criticizing you, especially for each speaker. No, we don't want to criticize. We don't want to be a grammar Nazi or so on. We come here to grow and be better. And this is why we need to listen their advices from our evaluator, which is the RW counter and also the timer, the grammarian, the GE. We implement their evaluation for our next meeting and to be better version of ourselves. Again, thank you for our GE and his teams. Thanks for encourage us to be a better speaker for the next meeting. The next session is, this is what we are waiting for, to know who is most favorite speaker for table topic session. We call our ballot counter, Toastmaster Hans, who will announce the winner of tonight's. Toastmaster Hans?
I'm ready. So, can you hear me, guys? And I hope you are ready. Hello? Okay. So, who is the favorite table topic speaker? The favorite speaker is soon-to-be Toastmaster Feb. Give a big round of applause to her. Yay. Congratulations, soon-to-be Toastmaster Feb.
Yay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for voting for me.
Perhaps you noticed it earlier when I asked your full name.
I thought it was for Instagram.
By the way, do you want to take picture with this? Perhaps we will take it for you. Anyone who will give the screenshot? Or
I will.
Okay.
Okay, take a pose and 1, 2, and 3. Okay, nicely shot. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, with that, back to Toastmaster of the meeting.
Okay, thank you, our ballot counter, Toastmaster Hans, and also congratulations for soon-to-be Toastmaster Feby. I believe your speech is very compact and encourage us more to achieve our dreams. And we support you to open your digital agency. Don't forget to hire me as a content marketing if you open that. Okay, thank you. This is the Toastmaster supposed to be, to support each other. Okay, guys. So usually we end the meeting after awarding session, but since tonight is our anniversary, we celebrate the anniversary about the journey of Jakarta Motivator Toastmaster. And Toastmaster Nur already prepared a video content for the journey of Jakarta Motivator. Toastmaster Nur, are you ready for sharing with us?
Okay, I think I'm ready. Let me prepare it. Give me 10 seconds. And we will watch the highlight of Jakarta Motivator in the last 1 year, yeah? Okay, I'm ready. I will start in 3, 2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, my fellow motivators.
Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and all audience. Am I audible, right?
Earlier last week, we heard the news about hail or raining with ice blocks happened in Surat.
We are moving from one point to another, a better point, a higher point of life.
finishing each project after another is just part of the fun in Toastmaster journey.
I believe that we want to help our friends as best as we can. We just want to support them, be there for them.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning. I miss some of my book miss.
Raise your hand.
The drama of making assumptions. That's an enchanting.
They're really amazed. Why this guy is? And then I say, what? And then we just looking at each other, and then they just talk.
My secret of staying young is being delusional.
First to 2020 as 2 years ago, isn't it crazy? And it's
Session, I will be your timer.
It's my mom to me. She's the woman that empowered me since the very beginning.
If it was like this, I will.
The benefits of leading voluntary organizations, and one of them is Jakarta Motivators.
Wow, please unmute yourself, guys, and give applause for us.
Wow.
Oh my God. I'm speechless, like I'm gonna cry. I'm so sad for 20, I believe 22 years is not a short time for building a club and also for maintaining our friendship. I don't want to say it's a networking. Yes, we do the network, but how about the friendship? I have a lot of friends from Jakarta Motivators and also from other clubs. Even I have this opportunity to meet you all guys here around the world with all soon to be Toastmaster here. And oh my sorry, I'm very melancholic. Let's hear the journey of becoming Jakarta Motivators member from social distancing. Hi Kak. Halo Kak Iwan, can you speak? Are you available to speak? No? Oh, yes. So can you tell us a bit about how do you feel become part of Jakarta Motivator?
How I became part of Jakarta Motivators?
Yes. How do you
So
feel?
the story is a little bit long. So actually, when I work at Aceh, I joined an NGO, and it said it's good for you if you can join Toastmasters. Actually, Banda Aceh had one Toastmaster club. I went there, but I didn't get information. I don't know how to get information about the club. And then at 2011, I went to Jakarta. I joined NTT Communications, and for the time, I was with Toastmaster Agi. We explored several clubs, Jakarta British, and only two clubs, Jakarta British Toastmasters and Jakarta Motivators. At the time, still remember that time there was Sai Blackburn, an Indian with English father, if I'm not mistaken. And then I was impressed. There's also Nitesh came as a guest speaker at the time. At that time, it was also like, I don't know, it was a rehearsal or like, I don't know, preparation for district or some sort of contest. So it was really a good vibe. And that time I was thinking, and I told Agi, he was still considering, and I told Agi, I'll join this club. And I joined the club, and I did join after I joined. And I still remember the speech that I talked about, the first speech I delivered. It was about scaring me, and about how I couldn't get a girlfriend, and when I just like what you call it, grown up, I only attract men. It's a bit like, it feels funny story at that time, but it's not funny anymore. And then I joined. I then joined executive committee under PRAO as vice president of public relations, and then I joined and then I became a director of J4, and then also joined Division J Council as assistant for public relations. So it's long. It was really, I had a lot ups and downs, and we had a real trouble when we were kicked out of Nelson's, right, Erwin? And we struggle at we actually at the time it's almost at the brink of, like, we have at the critical time where I had crisis at the time. We didn't have good venue, so we struggled together building at Ariel's place in Menteng. It had a lot of long story. It's I told you it's long story to told you, but maybe I can tell you later on networking session. Back to you.
Okay, thank you, Kak, for sharing. Yes. Well, being part of mods is one of my milestone actually. Let's hear from our another members that this is the youngest members that we have before Toastmaster Ulfi, Toastmaster Gabriel. Do you want to share like your less than a year, right? Or already a year you join, you be part of Jakarta Motivator? Gap. Okay, sorry. So she's AFK. That's okay. We can hear more from others member on the networking session. But before that, we also have candidate president of Jakarta Motivator presentation for tonight. So the candidate will be Toastmaster Hans. Toastmaster Hans.
Okay, I'm ready. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Nanda. Perhaps it may be a surprise for you because I rerun for a president again, and I will tell you why. Basically, the 3 key points. The first one is my willingness during this transition, because we were fully online and we would like to convert into offline or hybrid setups. The second one is about leveraging more in terms of recognition and branding. We're glad that we have increased our recognition and branding during this term, and I still wanted to leverage more. It may sound a bit well, I forgot the term, but basically a bit greedy. But actually, the third point is, I know that we lack sustainability, so I want to prepare for a better succession. I don't want to put so much weight into the new members. Oh, so you just be president. But I want to put the reasonable weight for the upcoming president. So I need to prepare for a better succession. Because about succession is something that we lack in this term. About my profile, okay, just skip it. You already know about me. And so basically, we are strong in terms of club branding and profile of senior members, but our weakness is sustainability. And with the opportunities of emerging skills of, rising needs of self-development, and also a lot of self-driven youth in Jakarta, we can utilize them more. And of course, we have threat in terms of this transition from pandemic to endemic, because the behavior shifting can gain us more members, but it also can lose us another members. So if you see on the top side, my previous vision, is it visible enough? Okay. So we have set to be a recognized English public speaking community among young professionals in Jakarta, and it is accomplished enough, but we lack sustainability. So the upcoming vision is to be a sustainable Toastmasters Club and top of mind English public speaking community among young professionals in Jakarta. So 2 key points, sustainable and top of the mind. Our target is young professionals in Jakarta with 3 missions. Maintain brand identity as we have currently. The second is to develop smoother and transferable workflow. We have seen through Google Drive and a lot of transferable files. I need to make it smoother. And also the third one is leveraging members' potential through mentoring and staffing to make sure that we are sustainable in the upcoming term. Okay, I will just share this in our internal members group. Okay, not in the public WhatsApp group, but in the internal members group. That's from me. Back to Toastmaster of the meeting.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hans. So for all people here who wants to know what Toastmaster Hans plan for the next term becoming president of Jakarta Motivator, please become our member. So you will know his plan. Thank you, Toastmaster Hans. So okay, we already in the end of our session for tonight. I want to thanks to all participants here who wants to willing your time and be part of our anniversary for tonight. Thank you so much, and please come again to our next meeting. And I close this meeting by giving to our president, Toastmaster Hans. Toastmaster Hans, the screen is yours. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Nanda, for conducting the whole meeting very well with additional 15 minutes. And thank you very much for all of you guys who have stayed until this session. I would like also to express my gratitude towards visiting Toastmasters. Thank you very much for coming and helping us. We have distinguished Toastmaster Harlina. We also have Toastmaster Kayum. And I would like to inform that our next meeting will be 2 weeks from now, on 15th of June. We plan to have still online meeting in June, but let's see if we can convert it into offline or hybrid for the upcoming month. We will publish on Instagram mainly. And if you want to join our public WhatsApp group, you can reach Toastmaster Nanda, or you can also ask the contact person in hailing.me/motivators. Hailing.me/motivators. Just like I put it here, hailing.me/motivators. And I would like to close this meeting officially by pressing the stop record button.